So is this you? You feel like you have something that you need to get done, but you just don't feel like doing it. So it may be that you've started a diet or exercise program, or you've got a mountain of emails that you need to get through, or you've signed on to an online program or a self-development course, and you're just not feeling like doing it. So if this sort of sounds like you, I know that we've both been there. And today,
I've never been there.
Today we're going to share a couple of strategies with you to help you get beyond that and get it done.
Yes. So I came up with this topic this morning because I went to do my workout today, and well, let's put it this way:
And
I knew
I didn't feel like it.
I knew that I needed to do a workout today, and I didn't feel like it. And I was there. I really, I was busy writing stuff, and I felt like doing that more. And I used the tip we're going to share with you today to do the workout anyway. And I'm so glad I did.
Yeah, and I know that this is a really common problem for all of us, you know, and I especially see it in working with clients. So, you know, our long-term clients that we're working with, you know, will often run into that roadblock of knowing that they need to do exercises, they need to do the work in order to get it done. They really want to do it, but there's just those things that end up coming up. I don't feel like doing it.
Right. And so I'm, you know, it's a delicious feeling having done it. And I love that feeling of being in the shower and feeling like, yes, I did it. It's a great feeling of achievement, and my muscles feel good and all that. So here's the little tip. And so this is just a short-term solution to this. And then we'll share with you a long-term one after that. So in the first instance, we've explained before how when you think of something, the thoughts are connections between neurons in the neocortex of your brain, and that triggers chemicals, matching chemicals that create the feeling that matches the thoughts. In the same way, whatever you're focused on is where you're going. It's where your brain and body kind of you know, absorb that feeling, that state of being. So when you have to do something, or you feel I should do something, most of us look at what we don't like about it and what we want to do instead. So for example, you know, I should do my taxes, but I don't feel like it. I'd much rather watch TV. Then we tend to think, oh, it'd be so nice if I could watch TV. Oh, I hate having to do the tax. Well, I'm confused. I don't understand it. Whatever the reason is. Now, instead, because you look where you're going, instead, keep your focus on, choose to focus on afterwards. So once I've done my taxes, then I'm going to, and then pick something to look forward to. So for example, you know, a cup of coffee, or then watch TV, or do something you enjoy, or just that feeling of having it done. You know, so when I think about doing a workout, I'm not thinking of the fact that I'm too tired, or I don't feel like it. I'm not thinking about it's going to be hard, and I'm not thinking about, oh, it would be so nice to not do it and stay here instead. I'm thinking about that feeling in the shower afterwards, having done it, and the rest of the day thinking about it. The other tip is that once I've done it, so for the rest of the day, I make a point of reminding myself and thinking, oh, I'm so glad I did that workout today. I feel so good. It feels so nice, to bookmark it so that for next time I can then look back on it. And this is very simple. It's a very simple thing. Just instead of looking here, you look there, you look at the end result, but it's not always easy. However, the more you do it, the easier it becomes, because you have proof that it works.
Right. And you really are changing up your chemical state in the moment.
Yes.
So when you're fixated, when you're fixed on the I don't want to be doing this, you're coming up with all those reasons why you don't want to. It feels hard. You've got reasons there. Maybe you're afraid of doing it. There may be good reasons for not wanting to do it, but you're keeping yourself in a negative neurochemical state and it is having that impact of continuing to perpetuate the cycle.
Right.
So you kind of get on that little hamster wheel and you keep that feeling going. So really what you're doing here is you're just switching your focus. You're being very intentional about switching your focus to something else. And as we've said before, as you're doing that, you're changing up the chemical state inside.
Right.
So it may not necessarily make whatever it is that you're doing any easier to do, but what you're doing is you're putting yourself in a definite different or better chemical state.
I beg to differ with that.
Well, I think you're probably right. The
the
chemicals change everything.
It does make it easier, and one of the reasons it makes it easier, depending on what the thing is,
right,
is that the prefrontal cortex of your brain comes back online. So if it is something like taxes or something else that takes cognitive thinking, it's definitely going to be easier if you're feeling good as opposed to if you're feeling bad.
And I think that sort of leads into the discussion of the little bit longer term solution,
Right.
which is when you can get yourself into a better feeling state, when the prefrontal cortex of your brain is back online and you can start to think about things in a little bit more strategic way, you can also then take a look at, well, what's beneath or what's the trigger to why I don't want to do this in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's a lot more than what we can get into in this little video. But, if you've been following some of our other videos, if you've been listening to some of the other things that we've been teaching, what we're going to say about this is nothing new. It's going to be about whatever references are back there in your past that are providing some sort of a foundation for whatever it is that you're feeling about doing this right now.
Right. And for that, we are going to put a link in the description below for a free starter pack that will take you through that part of the process as well as giving you another little exercise you can do to change your chemical state. All right.
So just by way of wrapping it up, when you feel yourself in that place of not feeling like you want to do it, then know that you just need to redirect your focus to what's going to be afterwards. Right. If you can create that state, create a little scene in your mind of what it's going to be like, feel like after you get it done.
Right.
And keep your focus there.
Because you go wherever you're looking. All right.
So yep. Check the links below. If you've found some of this information interesting, please give us a like. It definitely helps in the algorithm with YouTube and all the other social.
As well.
We would greatly appreciate that. Have a wonderful day.
Bye.